daddy was a Rolling Stone for real. Let me play another song in this bitch. So I got a new song coming out on the 15th of next month called When We Were Kids. It's doing fantastic pre-release. I got a music video for it. The music video got, right now, and it's only been out for a week, the music video has got 469 views to date. There was no advertisement on it. There was no, I just posted it a couple times. And it wasn't I put it out as the premiere of this music video being the 30th of this month, but actually the link that I put out was the actual video. I thought that they were going to create a preview of the video and say, hey, this is coming out June 30th, but it wasn't that, it was the actual video. The video that I was talking about that's going to premiere on the 30th is the same video, but on Vivo. But it turns out that it premiered the day and I didn't pull it down, I just left it, and it's doing fucking good. I got 2 other videos on the same channel, and their numbers are like under 40. And this is 469 and going. Every time I click on it, another 10, 20 views, and I haven't done any kind of advertisement. But the feedback that I've been getting has been fantastic. The song itself, again, comes out. It'll be on all streaming platforms on the 15th of next month. But you can buy it on Bandcamp. Look under Hood Rawlz. It's called When We Were Kids. It's a personal story, personal song that is resonating with people. I done got a couple emails, a couple letters. I had a couple people share that don't ever share shit on their shit. It was like, this is a good song. So I think it's resonating with people. Everybody have a friend that they done lost due to politics or racism, and the song reflects that. The innocence of when we were young and how that shit didn't mean or matter to us, and how when we introduce the adult way of life to our children, how it changes them against their will. You know what I'm saying? Shit becomes difficult, and politics and family, and next thing you know, you ain't friends for reasons that didn't matter to you when you was a kid. So that's what this song is about. Hope you like it. Go check it out. It's called When We Were Kids. As a matter of fact, yeah, let me get on there. That was my man's, I miss that dude. Although he's still alive, society took my guy. Listening to the wrong shit, I'm totally pissed. We could've did some things, was my white boy Rick. He will be missed, him in the past tense. We was the best of friends when we was just kids. Living in a time when we was just kids. When we was just kids. When we was just kids, I was motivated. Cold than a motherfucker, but very creative. In a time just out of segregation, a little time passed, the age of exploration. Thundercats is how I formed relations. The moment we met, we formed Team Bro Nation. We were inseparable, my foot was your steps. We laughed and played like there was no changing that. That was my man's, I miss that dude. Although he's still alive, society took my guy. Listening to the wrong shit, I'm totally pissed. We could've did some things, was my white boy Rick. He will be missed, him in the past tense. We was the best of friends when we was just kids. Living in a time when we was just kids. When we was just kids. When we was kids, my name was Mud. I really didn't have any friends until I met Cud. He was cool as fuck, he didn't judge. We at camp, white dude tried to mean mug. He chuckled, I laughed too. That shit was funny, and we was cool. We did everything together. He had a sister too. We shared the same cabin, not with her but dude. We learned how to shoot guns. We did white people shit. That shit was dope. He lived on a lake and shit. All I had to offer was my loyalty. He didn't care. His parents just spoiled me. Coming from a foster home, that shit was royalty. I couldn't believe the life he lived. I was like Morpley. Every summer was a miracle. We would see each other and just kill it, bro. That was my man's, I miss that dude. Although he's still alive, society took my guy. Listening to the wrong shit, I'm totally pissed. We could've did some things, was my white boy Rick. He will be missed, him in the past tense. We was the best of friends when we was just kids. Living in a time when we was just kids. When we was just kids. When we was grown, you went to college. I still had your Ghetto Boy CD dropping knowledge. I was at the movies, trying to be a starer. Writing, acting, trying to play the part of. Went out west as a father. Had some success, some failures. Came back home, I ran into your mother. She told me your actions was a bit undercover. That you changed and everything's about color. Your views are skewed and I'm no longer your brother. You've been brainwashed to believe none other than the lies conceived by the dumber. It's me, dude, just speak to me. What happened? What would make you relinquish me? Remember camp? How we had fun? And you believed in me when we was young? That was my man's, I miss that dude. Although he's still alive, society took my guy. Listening to the wrong shit, I'm totally pissed. We could've did some things, was my white boy Rick. He will be missed, him in the past tense. We was the best of friends when we was just kids. Living in a time when we was just kids. When we was just kids. That was my man's, I miss that dude. Although he's still alive, society took my guy. Listening to the wrong shit, I'm totally pissed. We could've did some things, was my white boy Rick. He will be missed, him in the past tense. We was the best of friends when we was just kids. Living in a time when we was just kids. When we was just kids. Yeah, man. That song wrote itself when I heard that beat. It as soon as I heard it, I wrote it in like 15 minutes. It was real quick. Sorry for the random one. We just discovered real quick myself and LCC, our big fans. Out of interest, do you have a TikTok marketing strategy in place for your release yet? Mag X soundtracks. Man, they be coming at me, man. All these, now what I want to ask her is, what did you like about Real Quick? It's these new marketing ploys. I'm gonna get back. I'm gonna reignite this talk right here. So I just got an email. I did a show a couple weeks ago talking about scams, and in any industry that you are in, there's some kind of scam for it that you can get taken for, and music ain't no different. Anytime I post a new song, distribute a new song, I get these emails, these prompts that pop up on social media trying to sell me promotional tools, trying to, people only following you on Twitter based on the fact that you promoted a certain kind of thing. So the bots go attach themselves to your tweet and then, like your page. And then if you look at who followed your page, it's some kind of promotional or sound mixing person or this, that, or third. So I just got an email from somebody and it went to spam, as it should, talking about, I like your song Real Quick. And they'll pick a random song. They do it for movies too. They'll pick a random movie a movie that you just put out and say, hey, love your movie or song XYZ. Do you have somebody to market it? But if you dig deeper and say, what do you like about the song? Or where did you hear it? They'll usually just screenshot it, like the fake Power 93 people tried to do a couple weeks ago. They'll usually just screenshot it and say, I heard it, here or whatever. And that's all they do. They'll see a new song or something that pop up on some playlist and go and try and look at their numbers. That's what they usually do. Look at the numbers. Oh, the numbers are low. They can use some, some marketing or whatever. And not that's horrible. But if I look at your page and you only got 2 followers, you're not gonna sell me on your service. You know what I'm saying? It's just, that's like a fat person talking about they gonna be your trainer. No, nigga. No. I love your enthusiasm, but I'm gonna need somebody who has implemented this shit already, so I could be looking at them as motivation and not looking at you like that's my current state. You know what I'm saying? Again, it might not be a bad thing, but do your research before you engage, because a lot of them are doing the same thing that you can go do and buy follows. You can go buy likes. You can go buy comments. You can do that shit. I want my shit organic, period. Organic. I do use a service called Groover. Now, Groover has its flaws. When they give me the survey thing, out of 10, I'll give Groover a 6 because they are effective, but they do have a lot of bots posing as playlist people or whatever, because some of the comments that I get back sound as algorithmic. It sounds robotic. It sounds AI-ish, some of the responses, which leads me to think that it don't matter about the... I'm gonna word this correctly. I've been doing some analysis on my own in regards to the feedback that I've been getting on Groover, and I've been using them for the last 3 months. And it seems to me, obviously they have some bots based on some of the comments and movements, but it seems that they have that a lot of their approval to playlists doesn't necessarily have to do with... It has to do with if it's their algorithm and your song is sonically... I think they approve them sonically. Does that make sense? I think your music on some of these platforms, because there's so much music, right? There's so much music out there, and everybody got a dope song. And I think to cut out a tremendous amount of bullshit before you get to the gatekeeper's gatekeeper, if your song doesn't fit what they have deemed to be sonically approved in society, meaning you hit these markers sonically, that your music is passed on to the next. And then they give you this generic feedback, blah, 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 which kind of fits your song because they are grading it sonically. So sonically, the vocals are good. There's no pitching. There's no, sonically the music sounds good. There's no off key. Everything is in sonically together. Everything sounds, you know what I'm saying? I think there's an algorithm that finds those matches, and based on, you got to get those matches, and then they approve your shit AI wise. Your shit get approved to the next level based on a machine analyzing your song sonically. Does that make sense? I think that's what's going on. I'm gonna do some more research to kind of confirm that, but I think that's what the thing is and what's going on nowadays. So that's interesting to me. That's interesting. That's something to think about. So I recommend Groover. It's done all right. Like I said, there's some glitches in it. Like I've gotten on this one person's playlist several times, and I think it's so automatic that they approve my music that they're not paying attention closely sometimes, because they mean to give me the green screen, which is the approval screen, but they're giving me the pink screen, but the message on there is supposed to be on the green screen, because the green screen depicts that you got approved and they got nice things to say about your song XYZ. And so even though they approved and shared and put my music on their playlist, it was the pink screen instead of the green screen. So one time I gave them a bad review because out of automation, you see the pink screen, you like, oh, they gave me a bad. But if you read it, it's like all complimentary. I'm like, why I get the negative if? And sometimes, and then it did it 3 times already. The only problem that I have with that is it goes against my, my ratio, my rating, my approval and non-approval ratings. So even though I got approved 3 times, it went into the non-approval stat, and it should be up here. So those are the type of things I have a problem with. But other than that, it's been pretty good. They've been pretty accurate in regards to the consensus on different songs, what they liked about them, what they didn't like. They've all been consistent, and for the most part, I say my playlist. So when I submit a song to a different curator, I say my batting average of getting on the playlist is about 85%. About 85%. And I've got, and that's stemming from my first release this year, which was in February. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So out of 7 projects, one of them being the album, and I got a 9th one coming on the 15th. I have all of them are on playlist, all of them, and so yeah, it's do your homework, do your due diligence. Like I said, I ain't gonna shit on all of the services, but there are a lot of fake. It's almost like people find out how to make money from it, and then automatically they're now a promoter, curator, whatever. And then you go look at their followers; they got 15 followers, 25 followers, but they're a promotional guru, XY, and all they go do is pay whatever, tack on $10 on that, and pay whatever fee it is from these other programs and bots to get you fake likes and follows and all that. I don't want that shit. I'm not a fake individual. I won't want to watch some fake likes and friends and all that shit. No. So if you into that type of thing, go for it. But if you want something legit to promote or submit your music so that you can get on playlists on like Spotify or whatever, try out Groover. Try it out. Like I said, out of 10 rating, I give it a 6. They got some improvements that they need to look into, but I think it's a budding and developing company, and I would dare to say that their model and how they do shit is going to change, because the music business is changing in real time. So I'm sure that it's not going to stay the way it is, or that's how things are going to be done in the scheme of things when it comes to promoting your music. I don't know if that's going to be the way it is for now or forever. Like I said, the last 15 years, the music business has changed right in front of our eyes. So you just gotta adapt and roll with it. And so, again, that's what this channel is for. I share information and something new that I learned. I want to get it out there to you so that you can benefit from it and not bump your head as many times as I did coming up in show business. Thank y'all for hanging out. Got a couple hours in. The edited version will be out sometime next week on my YouTube channel, so check it out. We appreciate you. Again, this is the first time that I did the whole show and no issues other than me having to change. I thought I was going to have the cord to this camera today. It is being delivered today. It's probably sitting out there now, but I finally got it. I thought it was going to be here before the show started, but the next show, I don't have to worry about this camera no more. Had to change no battery out. I'm happy about that shit. All my shit is working. I got the right connections. There's one more thing I need to pick up at Rawlz to make it super solid and copacetic all the way around, and I love it. So the show ain't gonna get nothing but better at each turn, And that's what it's all about. I thank y'all. And this is Hood Rawlz. And I'm out.